It's really fucked up that at the top of the hour there's a 3-minute ad break, and you neglected to mention that. You also neglected to mention that if you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe for $5 or for free. Shut the fuck up, bitch! But regardless of my perspective on the matter, at the top of the hour, there is a 3-minute ad break. Now, if you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe. You can do that for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. Feel me? Smell me? Here's a 3-minute ad break now. I hope the staffer nabs that sign after the hearing that's free wall art.
Using such epithets about them that we are really harming public safety, not enhancing it. And Mr. Larosiere, this is deeply, deeply disturbing conduct. Thank you so much, and I yield back.
Oh, that's not his profile. Oh, no way. What the fuck? Look at his header now. I have no idea who the fuck this guy is, by the way. I don't know what's going on here. This guy's insane. He's a leftist gun builder. The defense lawyer. Yeah, I said it. Would you expect the defense lawyer whose clients have been torn to shreds by law enforcement to be a blue liner? Oh, nice. Guy's awesome. That tweet is probably the lamest way a person can say fuck 12 though. Ahem. Yeah, I mean, who cares? It's even funnier that way, that they're like so obsessed. So upset.
Access the home Wi-Fi network.
Only if the user turns on the Wi-Fi. I'm sorry, I may not understand the...
So if I have a TikTok app on my phone and my phone is on my home Wi-Fi network, does TikTok access that network?
It will have to access the network to get connections to the internet, if that's the question.
Is it possible then that it could access other devices on that home Wi-Fi network?
Congressman, we do not do anything that is beyond any industry norms. I believe the answer to your question is no. It could be technical. Let me get back to you.
Like what he's talking about, I kind of defended the congressperson here earlier today, because what he's talking about is like technically not, he's asking it in the dumbest, most boomer way possible. But what he's asking about is absolutely possible. It's not like he's making it seem like if I get on TikTok, can they hack my computer? Like, no, obviously not. But yes, when you use your Wi-Fi on your phone, the information that is going to every single fucking app that is also on your phone has a level of permissions possibly that extends to figuring out what other devices are connected to it, for example. Now, can they hack those other devices? No. But that's why it's like a weird question to ask him, because every app has that. Like every application, that's just how Wi-Fi works. You know what I mean? Which is why he's like, well, that's, industry standard. I don't know how to describe it. Which is why he's saying, does it have the capability? I don't know. It seems like a technical question. Dog, no, that's not how it works. Lamau, wait, what do you mean? Bro, of course you can have traffic allowed back through, but if TikTok, the app, was actively snooping around in your home network, no one would fucking download it. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, does it have the capability if you give it permissions? Yeah. Just like every other app does, right? Am I wrong? I'm asking. Like, obviously, that boomer thinks like, if I'm on my TikTok, can it spy on my computer? Can it see through my webcam? It's like, no, that's not how that works. But like, yes, I'm sure that every app, literally every single app, technically has the capabilities of like seeing other devices connected in your network when you are connected to Wi-Fi if you give it permissions. Like every single app, I'm pretty sure. It's like we're talking about like Amazon Alexa. So it's a weird question to ask because like, can it technically do that? Sure. It's not even Wi-Fi, it's through Bluetooth as well. There's no app permissions that allows cross-app traffic sniffing. Cookies to an extent can do this, but even then indirectly. Traffic in the Wi-Fi network can be snooped even if given permission, they will need to be able to capture traffic and then decrypt the packets. Capturing packets is not something that can be done on most mobile phones. Right now, I know every single device that is connected to my Wi-Fi network. Okay? Every single device that's connected to the internet in my house, I know. I can monitor it. No, I already hit the top of the hour ad break chatter. Name them? Why the fuck would I do that? Not off the top of my head anyway. Like I'm not going to give you more information about my cybersecurity measures or anything like that. Shut the fuck up. All right, we're moving on.
Okay, I'd appreciate
Dumbasses. Dude, can you give me some MAC addresses actually? Like, can I just figure out? Come on, dude.
And letters that I've received from parents worried about their child who has a disability
IP,
in the United States of America, the most powerful country in the history of the world, and these families are worried.
What is this? Pushing custom Medicaid? Okay, I don't care about Democrats being fired up.
Issue here, with a lot of respect, American social companies don't have a good track record with data privacy and user security. I mean, look at Facebook and Cambridge Analytica, just one example. So I do think that,
yeah, this one was fire.
It is a lot about making sure we have Project Texas, making sure that we're protecting and firewalling U.S. user data from unwanted foreign access, giving third parties to come in to have a look at this, and making sure that everybody is comfortable. We're giving transparency and third-party monitoring, and that's what we're doing for Project Texas.
Well,
I don't think ownership is the...
All right, let's see. This is TikTok CEO Shou Zi Chew claims the app doesn't censor content about the Uyghur genocide or the Tiananmen Square massacre.
Have any moderation tools been used to remove content on TikTok associated with the Uyghur genocide?
Classic whataboutism. What? No, that's not whataboutism. What the fuck? No. What? Okay. Listen. When asked whether or not TikTok collects data, and he says, TikTok's data collection measures are identical to fucking every other application. That's not whataboutism, you fucking idiot. That's just literally the industry standard that they are abiding by. and then turning around and claiming or stating correctly that other companies, as a matter of fact, like Facebook, are even worse. That's not whataboutism. It's a soft whataboutism? No, it's not. No. Guys, oh my God. It is the most applicable. Dude. Some of you learned one fucking word and just repeated endlessly thinking that it makes you seem smart. Even if someone says, what about? That doesn't fucking mean it's directly whataboutism, okay? If it's directly related, if it's the same industry, then it's not whataboutism. You know what's whataboutism? To all of you, I can't believe we're doing logical fallacy 101, okay? Whataboutism is when I say, sir, you've done a murder, okay? And then you turn around and say, well, what about all the rape crimes that are happening that you haven't done anything about? If I say, you've done a murder, and you say, yes, I did in self-defense, and here are all of the other instances where that guy did a murder, not in self-defense, and you didn't prosecute them. That guy did a murder, not in self-defense, and you didn't prosecute them. That's not whataboutism. That's a normal fucking argument to craft. Okay? I hope you guys understand. I love you explaining fallacies right after I took a debate midterm. I hate debates because most people literally do not understand any of the logical fallacies that they espouse, that they just yell about. And half the time, debates as it stands on the internet are just about trying to logically rationalize your irrational logical fallacies. And now everyone is saying dumb shit like, you just strawmanned him so hard. That's an ad hominem. You're just doing... And all of you, ironically, sound exactly like XQC does when he says, you just did a nonchalance did. That's the problem.
Yes or no?
We do not remove that kind of content. TikTok is a place of freedom of expression. And Chera, just like I said, if you use our app, you can go on it and you will see a lot of users around the world expressing content on that topic and many others.
Thank you. What about the massacre in Tiananmen Square? Yes or no?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question.
The massacre in Tiananmen Square.
That kind of content is available on our platform. You can go and search it.
I will remind you that making false or misleading statements to Congress is a federal crime.
I understand. Again, if you go on our platform, you will find that content.
Okay, thank you. Have any moderation tools been used to remove content on TikTok associated with the Uyghur genocide? Yes or no?
Anyway. We're done with that for now. Trump just shared a fake AI created image of himself preying on Truth Social. This is what innovation looks like, using generative AI to do things that you absolutely could do with very little effort but won't because you're unspeakably lazy. Yep. I think that about does it on the that about does it for all the conversations that we could have had about China. New Starbucks CEO works half day each month as a worker, and that's supposed to be praised. If you think that the U.S. needs a TikTok ban and not a comprehensive privacy law regulating data brokers, you don't care about privacy. You just hate that a Chinese company has built a dominant social media platform. I agree. Also, the irony in and of itself is that, like, China has access to all of your information, if not through TikTok, but through the same data brokers. Oh my God. Oh my God. The real issue with TikTok is the power that it holds to change people's minds, attitudes, and cut propaganda. Okay? That's the real issue with TikTok's existence. Not that it's like spying on you, because everyone is spying on you. But TikTok doesn't sell user data to data brokers. It doesn't matter. Every company does, which is the point. The point is China could have access to that data, whether directly through TikTok or through a data broker. The only difference is, like, I guess, paying server costs versus paying the data broker. If anything, it could probably be cheaper to just buy it through the data broker instead of running a whole ass application. The difference, on the other hand, is that like TikTok does have a tremendous amount of power in changing people's attitudes, doing propaganda, cutting it in a way that they want to. All right. They haven't done it, but they could. And I wish they would. That's the reason why I want TikTok to be banned. Because Xi Jinping, I'm doing propaganda for you, brother, and you will not let me prosper on this fucking platform. You piece of shit. I'm sorry for saying that. But sometimes, it's called tough love. It's an American concept. When you love someone, you got to let them know. Okay? I just lost 500 social credit and I won 1,000 social credit afterwards. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. Stop letting me get banned. Yeah, you gotta spend money to make money. Exactly. You gotta spend social credit to make social credit, which is what I'm doing right now. Social credit 2 just dropped. What? The death of Peter Thiel's kept romantic partner is being investigated as a suicide? Oh my God. What the fuck? Oh my God. Oh shit. Fuck. I want to see this fucking. Oh, that's what I was doing wrong. Okay. He was also found dead a day before Thiel started the SVB bank run. I mean, who knows, man? A model, Jeff Thomas, a model and social media influencer who was recently in a long-term relationship with billionaire Peter Thiel, said he spent much of his time with a tech mogul working to persuade him away from his increasingly aggressive pursuit of a culture war. A war that Thomas Warren was blowing back on their community. Fuck this stupid fucking camera. I'm losing it, dude. Fuck. Hold on. Auto exposure is going crazy. It's just like flashbanging left and right. Anyway. Okay. I don't side with him on a lot of political things, but I understand him. Thomas told me in an interview last November. I'm trying to influence him in ways to show him my heart and show him how it affects myself. Certain individuals. Yeah, you shouldn't have given an interview, in my opinion, to anybody about Peter Thiel, if we're being real. You know? If you're Peter Thiel's blood boy, I think we all know who did this. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no, 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 no. He ran out of dogs to kill at the fucking kill shelters. Oh no. He was hungry for blood. He was out for blood. A menace to society. Thomas said he felt like he had made its strides with Thiel, though his Though his effort was cut short earlier this month on March 8th when he died tragically. His death is being investigated as a possible suicide, according to a Miami Police Department report, and sources have been contracted by the police for information. He died by 2 bullet wounds to the back of his head. A very common suicide. A very common suicide in victims that have had involvements with billionaires. The most common way that people do suicide. I'm joking. I don't know what the. Well, I'm not joking when I talk about other instances, but in this instance, I don't know. Miami police have been in contact with Miami police have been in contact with Thiel and will interview him as a part of the probe. 2 sources with knowledge of the investigation said Thiel did not respond to text or phone calls requesting the comment. Most of the people the Intercept spoke to during this reporting have requested anonymity, citing Thiel's relentless and successful efforts to obliterate Gawker in retribution for outing him in the 2000s. Thomas had met Thiel in 2015 and 2016 at Coachella. He told me where Thiel threw one of his legendary parties. I was wondering why he was affiliated with someone like Trump and investing in him. If he's gay, Thomas said, but his own father was a Republican, Thomas said, and he grew up in Texas, so I felt like he knew how to reach people who thought differently. Yeah. Yeah, he's just a good guy. He just wanted Trump to not be homophobic. Like Peter Thiel gives a fuck about homophobia. But it wasn't a typical relationship. Kept situation that made him uncomfortable. It was stressful. He wanted me to get the nicest car, the nicest house. He wanted to kind of show his power, to kind of show that he had me in his dollhouse, he said. Not like I was his boyfriend, really. I was just kind of his friend that was there for him when he needed, whatever he needed. Blood? But Thomas justified it to himself as a fair trade. If I'm going to give up the relationships I have and give up my dreams right now during COVID or dating other guys or pursuing people, then I'm going to get a $300,000 car and I'm going to get a $13 million home on Franklin Avenue in Hollywood Hills. So those are the things that I see fit for me to give up my freedom. I spoke with Thomas while doing reporting on the profile of Thiel, which is ongoing. If you knew Thomas or have any other information to share, you can use it on WhatsApp. Thomas also spoke with several Democratic and progressive activists who are working to expose what they see as Thiel's hypocrisy. The activists provided recordings of interviews with Thomas to The Intercept. Some of the quotes in the story come from that audio. What the fuck? Thomas figured that the relationship in the house he was living in, a mansion at 8517 Franklin Avenue in Hollywood Hills, listed at $13 million. Wait, I kind of want to look at this house now.
So you say you wanna get away.
What the fuck? Bro, I clicked on it and it went to a YouTube video. That's how you know this shit is crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna buy it. What do you mean? Dude, this is broke boy shit. I would never even buy music comes with it. You have to listen to it every day and it makes you go crazy. May or may not be a contributing factor to the ongoing investigation into Peter Thiel's blood boy's suicide. houses where it's like, oh man, you know, ugly. Like a lot of those houses that we look at, like that rich people own, are fucking kind of ugly. This is not that. This. Bro, he has an in-house waterfall. What the fuck? Good luck selling it in superstitious ass Hollywood after someone killed themselves inside it. That presents an opportunity, you know what I mean? Dude, what are you kidding me? This house will fucking be sold. It's insane. Also, Peter Thiel owns it. I don't think he gives a shit. You know what I mean? He'll just... I guess it's now only 7.2 million. It's half price. I wonder if Peter Thiel's house completes the heart shape. Also, he died in Miami. He didn't die here. Peter Thiel murder house, double the value. No way. It was a Nixium. It was a Nexium house. It was something to do during the pandemic. I was kind of over my one-bedroom apartment. He said, I did real estate in New York. I was considering getting my license, doing investment, flipping homes, doing investment properties in LA. I figured that this could be one of my first in my portfolio. Brother, what are you flipping in that situation? This is what I don't understand. What do you mean by blood boy? Look it up. Peter Thiel actually had blood boys. That's not a joke. That's not a meme. It sounds like a meme. It sounds like a joke. It's not. This dude is too old to be his blood boy, I suspect. But yeah, these guys love doing blood doping. Several of Thomas' friends in Los Angeles said they often saw Thiel at Thomas's home. Also saw Thomas at Thiel's nearby home on Metz Place. And relatedly, before Thomas moved in, the home was owned by leading figures in the bizarre Nexium sex cult that was rolled up in 2021. Okay, bro, you buy that fucking house. You buy that house, you die, I think. Maybe that's the reason why it's now being sold for $7 million, which is half the value that it originally went for. Love Little St. James, but hate the jet lag at 8517 Franklin. You can have Little St. James in your own backyard. Yeah. The parties Thiel and Thomas threw could get raucous, and Thiel himself would sometimes do the recruiting. Thiel or someone using his Facebook account reached out to one University of California, Los Angeles grad student, despite having no friends in common, and invited him to a party at Thiel's house, describing the poolside scene. Hot guys at a pool sounds pretty idyllic, like a pretty idyllic gay activity to me. Recruiting? What the fuck? They moved a WhatsApp conversation using Thiel's phone number. Well, it doesn't stay idyllic for too long, Thiel's account said. But always lots of fun. Adding later, yeah, we know how to have some no-holds-barred gay fun. I just can't imagine Peter Thiel having fun. Like, he's such a lizard. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't... It actually doesn't make sense because, like, it's like Mark Zuckerberg. Like, you can't picture him fucking. You know what I mean? Like, both of these demons are just like, they're like vampire lizard people. Like, speak for yourself. You're a freak. To paraphrase Jerry Seinfeld, there's nothing wrong with a no-holds-barred gay fun, and indeed, the ability of consenting adults to engage in whatever private victims' behavior they choose to measure is just so society. It's also what Peter Thiel has been spending heavily to oppose. Thiel, one of the biggest funders of the Republican candidates in 2022, bankrolled a massive super PAC that backed Ohio Senate candidate and Thiel protege J.D. Vance. Put millions into saving Arizona PAC to support Blake Masters. Big L for Peter. I'm surprised Blake Masters is still alive after costing Peter Thiel millions of dollars. My, former boss and mentor Peter Thiel is gay. I went to his wedding, Masters said. I wish him well. I don't think the Supreme Court should have decided the case that way. Marriage is between a man and a woman. What a freak. I mean, you know, Blake Masters and JD Vance, they're lizards as well. They don't believe it. Blake Masters is not like a homophobic person. Dude, get the fuck out of here. These guys all went to like the best liberal arts institutions on the fucking planet. Like, no, they don't like, they're not like genuinely homophobic in the sense that like they care about like making it illegal. They're homophobic in the sense that it's like, lol, gay. Like these guys are neoliberals. They don't care. They don't care. Does that make sense? Like, it's just, they do not give a fuck. If you were to tell me that JD Vance and Blake Masters are like genuinely homophobic and like actively want to stop gay people from getting married, I'd laugh at you. I mean, that's a laughable notion. It's a laughable concept. I do not believe it. You will not convince me on this. No, they're doing it as a talking point. No one after a certain level of wealth, from a certain level of background, is like legitimately homophobic like that. These guys their agenda is like a culture war. That's why I always say like billionaires don't have any like billionaires cannot be defined by left-right political spectrum issues. They're just class politics only. Does that make sense? Thiel's account, meanwhile, told the UCLA students he had little regard for most swaths of America in a direct message. Feel like the only places in the U.S. are L.A., New York City, and Miami, and maybe San Diego, D.C., and Chicago, but that's really it. I told him to stay out of politics, Thomas said, and he did. And so he didn't support Trump in 2020. He stayed out of it. I was like, okay, great. So I did my part. I influenced him to stay out of it. Yeah, totally. He totally stayed out of it. Did you also tell him to fucking destroy Palantir? Like, just destroy it. Like, from the ground up. Anyway, that's cool. Thiel backed Trump in 2020, but was conspicuously less supportive than in 2016 when he famously spoke at the RNC. I felt like I did something. And then he started getting back into politics and supporting Trump again and all that other stuff. And I'm just like, well, fuck, there's only so much I can do to influence somebody. Towards the end of last year, Thomas was hyping himself up to make an exit. I don't think it's very satisfying, to be honest, to be kept, Thomas said in October. I saw the spark in me fade away, and it was toxic, it was unhealthy. And I've had multiple talks with myself this year about getting out of it, and I've actually discussed to him about it. Like, I can't do this anymore. You know my mental health is at risk. Thomas moved out of the Franklin Avenue house and to Miami, though he and Thiel stayed in touch. Thomas attended New Year's Eve party at Thiel's Venetian Island compound on Biscayne Bay. Thomas' friends and family are sorting through the wreckage. He didn't talk much about Peter at all, other than I knew he was living in a house owned by him, said a longtime friend who knew him from Texas and moved to Los Angeles. Thiel does not own the property. I know that in November, he had to leave that house, but he didn't ever get into the details of his relationship. She had just texted with Thomas the Sunday before he died, she said, sharing the message with The Intercept. He was excited about our upcoming baby shower. I know what everyone who's experienced this says, but he did not seem like he was thinking about killing himself, she said. He RSVP'd to a baby shower in Dallas in May in LA and said how he was excited to be there. The last time I talked to him in depth about his feelings was shortly after his birthday party in May, she added. The party, according to an invitation, was at the Franklin Avenue home in Los Angeles. We had talked about how he was having a hard time in a relationship. I'm not sure which relationship, but he was having general anxiety about it. Thomas said the relationship with Thiel wore on him. He knew I was a strong person, but there were only so many times you could be strong for how long until you know you're just not strong enough anymore. He said, I was honest with my family about the relationship. I thought I was doing what I could to help secure my safety and be okay, when it actually did the opposite of putting me into a position of something I couldn't carry emotionally, physically, or mentally. Matthew Thomas, Jeff's stepfather, who adopted and raised them, declined to be interviewed, saying, I know the whole story, and I've talked to Peter a lot. Oh, what the fuck? Daily Mail has published at least 4 articles on Thomas's death, though has not mentioned his relationship with Thiel. In one article, the paper quotes his agent speculating he may have fallen to his death taking a selfie, though the agent was not present and there's no evidence to corroborate that. Huh. Why are right-wing publications writing about some random gay guy possibly dying without mentioning why the random gay guy is actually relevant and newsworthy? People die all the time. I wonder what the reason could be for them to be like, you know, this guy, he just died. Who knows? Thomas' brother, Scarler Ray Thomas, suggested that was suicide in a Facebook post. As you followed through the years, Jeff traveled the world and lived life to the fullest. What you may not know is Jeff struggled with addiction and mental health challenges, which ultimately led to his tragic passing. While Jeff's struggles were difficult, we want to remember him for the kind and caring person he was. He had a contagious sense of humor, a love for music, art, family, and a passion for helping others. He touched the lives of so many people, and his memory will live on in our hearts forever. Huh. Okay, well, I don't believe that we will ever get full details on how this person died. So that's interesting. Interesting stuff overall, I think. Yeah. This court case is crazy, and I really want to talk about it. But also, I want to talk about George Masvidal on Che Guevara and socialism in the United States.
It's a strange tumult. It's a time that could lead to terrible things, or we could come out of this better.
Look
That's
all
what's
around
scary.
the world, though. It's only led to terrible things in the world. I always have felt that, especially from hearing it from my dad, that
I gotta pee. I'll be back.
Communism at an early age, he brought himself.
Yeah, fucking. Oh, I'm sure this guy's got some great ideas about communism.
On over the raft, landed
Your
in the
dad
Bahamas.
came from Cuba on a
Came from
raft?
Cuba. When he was 14, 15 years old, him, his best friend, and his best friend's uncle came up with a plan that they were going to escape. So they found a tire tractor, turned it into a raft, hit the sea. 7 days later, he landed to the Bahamas. From the Bahamas, he got extradited to the USA, straight to the projects, and began his journey here in America. So, like, he always would tell me. Sorry about that.
No worries. All my friends that have family that has come from a communist country, I have some friends that came from Eastern Bloc countries. I have friends that came from Venezuela. I have friends that have come from Cuba, like Joey. Joey does not want to hear any of that shit. You try to say that to Joey Diaz, it's like, this fucking shit always goes bad. Always. Every
Shout out
time.
to Joey, bro. He's one of the fucking coolest dudes I've ever
He's the best.
bro.
Joey Diaz is the funniest fucking human being I've ever met in my life.
But he has nothing good to say about that regime.
Nothing.
Nothing. Nobody actually lived it. That's why when I see like Kaepernick, he went to Miami and had a fucking Che Guevara shirt. Like this dude slaughtered fucking thousands of people, family of mine, friends of my family, and just to take power. This guy was so that he had the wall removed from his own.
Bro, he was so bad. Yeah, dude. Yeah, spitting king. Yeah, dude. Oh my God, slavers. The American-backed Batista dictatorship military. I mean, fuck, dude. You don't understand, brother. Like, holy shit. So bad.
Office so he could see the firing squad eliminating people. And these are the people he put on T-shirts. And if you believe in them so much, like any of these guys that advocate for socialism or communism, go live over there, dog. Go just 1 year. I dare you, bro. I fucking dare you, bro, because you wouldn't make it one day over there, Cap.
Wait, what? Is he saying that, like, they're still doing this in Cuba? What? His Wikipedia says his dad was in prison for 20 years for manslaughter and drug trafficking. What is he saying? Like, what is he making it seem like Cuba is like a terrifying place to go and visit and like live? I don't understand. Like, is he gonna pay for it? Like, I'll go. It's so stupid. Like, bet. All right, bet. Come on.
Kaepernick or any of these fucks advocating for socialism, communism, you know? And what I was saying earlier is that look all over the world, Venezuela, Brazil, Colombia, Ukraine, it's like gotten bad overnight, and what used to be like the standard of
Brazil? Ukraine? What? What is he? Okay, he is so fucking stupid. Like, I mean, this is awesome. It's awesome. Like, Vuvuzela, I get. You know what I mean? Like, Vuvuzela. Like, that's the number one shit. The CTE from this punch did this.
And of all the superlatives.
Okay, this makes so much more sense now. Thank you for showing this to me, because everything that he's saying here makes the absolute most sense after watching that. Yeah, no shit this guy's saying this, bro. What the fuck? Yeah, okay, got it.
fighting communism, socialism is now like somewhat semi-adapted in this country, you know? Progressive socialism or whatever.
Yeah, he's so right, dude. We have so much socialism in this country, bro. It's crazy.
What do they call it?
Yeah, they call it democratic socialism.
Democratic socialism. Get the fuck out of here with that, bro.
They think that they're going to be able to do it
so mad about this.
The right way.
There
It's
is no
never
right
been
way.
done the right way. They think, but they don't understand that that kind of thing always leads to top-down power. It always leads to dictatorships. It
'Cause
always leads to someone enforcing.
Always.
And those people always have castles and fucking billions of dollars, and everybody lives in poverty.
The only thing that's promised you in communism and socialism is equal misery for everybody else except the fucking elite of elite, you know? And
yeah, bro, unlike wealth inequality right now, where the rich objectively do not live in castles, where people are fucking dying in the streets. Yeah. Anytime one of these dumbass donkeys tries to describe fucking communism or whatever, they're literally just describing capitalism, dude. It's just so fucking stupid. It's like, dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, these people, they're just like living in fucking castles, and then people are just like dying in the fucking streets. I'm like, what do you mean? Are you talking about Los Angeles? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
these people out there might be listening like, oh, I'm a billionaire or a millionaire. No, you're not the elites, though. It's a different fucking power structure for those guys that, you know, most of us ain't gonna fucking ever get to come around, you know, and that's just for them, you know. Like California, perfect example. What happened?
How do you counter people like this who think like this and change their minds about socialism? No. There is no change in this guy's mind, bro. This already happened. Look. Do you see the spit that comes out of his mouth? That's not spit. That's literally what remains of his brain. The last remaining brain cells. You see that? You look at that and you think, oh, that's just like sweat and a little bit of spit. No. That is the remaining brain cells that he had that got hit so fucking hard and shook so much inside of his dense ass fucking skull that it literally turned into a cloud of mist and vaporized out of his ears. I guarantee he DMs you, challenging you to a street fight. There is 0% chance I will ever hopefully be anywhere near this person. Okay? I do not want to be anywhere near this person.